Benson signing in for you as your e-coach. I'm the author of Super Guide Me, which book you probably have, and that's why you're getting those videos. Or if you hacked the system and you got in for free somehow, well, you can get the PDF for free by signing up somewhere on this uh, website. I'm also a filmmaker. Super Wise Me, Law of the Heart was my first movie, and it's all about questions. That's what we're talking about. And well, I have another question for you today that I want to guide you through, and I have 9 questions because in the movie Super Wise Me, I use 9 life questions to get to happiness. And well, really, there's also like just one question, but to make it step by step, we'll do it in 9 steps. And today, I want to talk about a question that was really, really heavy on everybody because it's about death and it's about sickness. And in Super Wise Me, I had 9 wise men gathered around the table in a beautiful monastery in La Cartuja de Casala. And every day I threw in a question, and the question of today, I'm going to tell you it right away. Well, it wasn't easy to answer for a lot of them. I mean, it's easy to give nice theories, stuff that you read, and reproduce that. And but once you go through it yourself, that's a whole other game. Once you feel stuff about the sickness or death about your parents or people that you are close to, and then it's not that easy to think like, oh, it's transition, oh, we're all energy. No, you really feel the hurt, you really feel the pain. And in the movie, in the documentary Super Wise Me, one of the wise talked about that. She actually, when she had to answer the question, she said, I don't know. Yes, I know. You know what? I can't even. I don't even want to act it out. You should check it out. It was definitely one of the many highlights of the journey that we all had, and it just exemplifies that, as she said, Sana, actually, on day number 2, that it's all easy to talk about it, but when you live it, it's a lot more difficult. And that's what we all have to go through. Theory is easy, the practice, that's where it's at. So that's why we're here. That's why we're doing these questions. That's why we're going through them. That's why I want to guide you through them as well. Because it is all about practice. And for example, somebody as the Dalai Lama, always peace, always compassionate, always love. And he does it with such ease. Now, why does he do it with such ease? Because he's been practicing it since he was a little kid. He got picked out, you're the new Dalai Lama, and now you go meditate, now you go learn this, now you go read these books, now you're going to do these workshops, listen to this old wise man and practice what you preach, walk your talk. And so he's been doing this for like decades, and that's why he's so good at all of that stuff. Forgiveness, all of that stuff. He's really good at it because he's practiced. And it is all about practice with everything, really. If you want to be a painter, well, you're going to have to practice before you get really good and before you can sell for millions of bucks, for example. If you want to play in the NFL, well, you're going to have to practice again. So from a little kid on, you're going to have to throw that ball and run and do the exercises and take part in the competition. And if you do that really well, if you commit and if you practice and practice and practice, then you can blossom and suddenly be part of an NFL team and maybe one day win the Super Bowl. But it's all about practice. And happiness is about practice as well. Being happy, being at ease, being at peace, being compassionate, being able to forgive, it's all about practice. So when people approach me and say to me, well, you've got it easy to say this and that and so on and so on. Well, all I can say is that I practice. I practice every day. So if you want to move on in anything, practice. They say that it takes about 10,000 hours to master anything. So it doesn't matter what you pick. If you apply yourself for about 10,000 hours, you can master it. Same thing with happiness. Same thing with everything. So put those 10,000 hours in. And I know it's hard work sometimes, but you move forward every day. There's no moving back. Once you start to practice, you move forward. It's a journey, and at some point, at a tipping point, it becomes really fun also. That's when you go like, you climb up the hill. It's hard, it's hard, it's hard. and you suffer, and oh my God, and I can't keep up, and you're like, when is it going to be over? And then you reach the top of the mountain, and then you have the view, and you feel good, and from there it goes down, and metaphorically it actually goes up because there's no end. It gets better and better and better. Practice. Anyhow, today the question that I want to talk about, that I want to give you, and I want to guide you through is, and let me take the book with me. So if you don't have the book to guide me, just get the PDF because it's fun and it's easy, and you can write down your own answers because these questions are all about your answers. It's not about me telling you what to do. It's about you knowing what to do and voicing it and activating it. So let's see. We're going to do what question? Oh, about sickness and mortality. So this is it. Short video today. Let's close our eyes. I mean, you, if you can, please, and take a deep breath in and out. Good. Maybe another one. And while I am asking the question, let it sink in. Listen to the answer that comes from within. If you hear many voices, let them slowly go away. If you hear your teacher, your mother, your father, your parents, your mother and father, government, the conditioning, the fear, the ego, just let it all go. Keep listening. Because somewhere inside of you, there's a voice that is waiting to be heard, really. And you can call your intuition, or your heart, or the universe, or God, in a voice. I mean, it really doesn't matter. Whatever you want to call it, it's there and it's waiting for you. And that's what these questions do. They activate answers. It's that easy. Like kickstart to personal growth, that's what these questions are. And the question for today. Are you still there? Are your eyes still closed? If not, close them again. Here I come. Let it sink in. How do you deal with sickness and mortality? How do you deal with sickness and mortality? Now let's turn this question towards yourself. You can ask yourself now, but it's more powerful even than me asking it to you. Ask yourself, how do I deal with sickness and mortality? How do I deal with sickness and mortality? Let the answers come. Listen to them. Weigh it. Look at it. Discover them. Feel it. And they'll give you something. They'll bring you on a path to peace and ease. Because once you start to understand who you are, what you do, why you do it, how you look at things, what your perception is, what your reality is that you create, once you start understanding all of that, there's a certain ease coming into you. And from that ease, it gets easier and easier. So that's the question for today that I wanted to guide you through. Again, get your PDF somewhere over here. Just sign up, name, email address, and I'll give it to you. And if you have a book, which is great, because this is really a cool book because it's written by you and me. It's personalized. Your name is in it. On the cover, now what it says is right here, you right now, but when you get this book, your name will be next to my name, which is kind of cool because it is your book. It's not about me. I just made the framework. It's a workbook that is connected to the movie Superwise Me that will help you as well. It's very inspirational. It's a lot of fun. I can say that because I've seen so many people watching it, and so many people are writing to me, telling me that they love it. It's partly in Dutch, but it's subtitled. And I have Michael Beckwith who's doing the narration, and that's of course in English. And even with all the languages coming together, there is one point that I noticed, and that is that love is a universal language. And so this movie crosses over, and it started in Holland and Belgium, and now it's reaching the whole world. Literally, I get mail from Malaysia, I get mail from Australia, which is close to Malaysia, of course. I have people in Germany watching it. I have people in the States that have been enjoying it. So it's awesome. That's it. Sorry, I was a little distracted because the computer decided to turn the screen down. So I guess that's it. We got to fade from here to black.